Hey everybody, welcome back. Shade
Hello.
Reacts Live. I got Hannah here.
Hi, I'm a licensed therapist.
And I am Shade. I do YouTube. And we are gonna break down REN's suicide. That's hopefully why you're here. To hear her break this down. So, because she's a therapist, if you guys have seen our other therapy reacts videos, it's going to be a little bit different than my typical reactions where I break down the music and talk about the artistry behind the music video and production side. She'll dig in a little bit deeper on the lyrics, what they mean, the mental health implications of it, and hopefully she picks up on stuff that maybe you haven't seen if you've watched this video and maybe seen other reactors. I've been really proud of some of the comments talking about how Hannah's been able to pick up on some of that stuff. So I hope so. Typical disclaimer for these videos, this is a reaction, but it's also a breakdown. It's going to be a lot of pausing. We're going to rewind, re-listen to things. If you want to watch this in full, go join the other 4.9 million people who've watched the original music video on REN's channel. I'll link it in the description. If you are here for the therapy breakdown, grab a drink, preferably water. And let's go watch REN's suicide. Let's go. Okay, here we go. Kind of a trippy video.
Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. I'm so fucking lonely beneath this. Narcissistic, can't keep a secret. Miscount sheep, but can't sleep, a misfit. Some say trouble, but some say sadistic. Bruises my brother, one time or the other. My skin felt counterfeit, silicone rubber. Bruises my sister, skin pop the blister. Dig deep, resist the feeling when it hits you.
Oh, yeah, I want to re-listen to that first.
I mean, this is so different from some of the other music videos that we've seen from REN. Just in the, I almost want to call it artwork, like the artwork of it. And just watching the quick transitions, like even watching as he's walking and the flipping of the faces is really interesting. You hear a lot about masking, especially when it comes to mental health, like putting on masks. Masking specific, symptoms we might be experiencing, things like that. So the flip between all of the different faces, that's kind of where my brain went when it comes to like trying to mask behind, like, or mask the pain behind a lot of different faces.
Yeah, this if you guys have seen the show Arcane, that's what this animation kind of feels like to me. Obviously, that has nothing to do with the lyrics or any of the impact, but the animation kind of feels like that, almost slightly comic book-esque, which is pretty cool.
We also saw the pig head again.
Yeah, the pig head he pokes his ugly face all over these music videos.
Yeah.
Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
It never really felt like the right time.
Yeah.
That line stands out to me just from the subject matter of what the song's about.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting just kind of where, this idea of never felt like the right time. I think that's the tough part about being in a space where suicide is coming up, is that there's so many different pieces associated with thoughts of taking our life, and the you hear about this idea of it never feeling like the right time, and what it feels like to kind of be in the space of being in that much pain. That line feels very congruent with some of the things that we tend to see.
Yeah, and his like the visuals here are so painful looking at. Look at this kid.
Yeah.
lonely beneath this. Narcissistic, can't keep a secret. Miscount sheep, but can't sleep a misfit. Some say trouble, but some say sadistic. Bruises my brother, one time or the other. My skin felt counterfeit, silicone rubber. Bruises my sister, skin pop the blister. Dig deep, resist the feeling when it hits you. Oh, falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm so fucking washed up and seasick. Masochistic kid with a split lip. 6 feet deep, I can't eat, I'm nervous. Won't stay down cause my body purges. Useless my mother, can't keep in my supper. Skin so pale cause my cheeks leak colour. Truth is my father, you choose your karma. Draw for the sword, then drive through the armor. Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
He's showing a lot of, with the flashing faces of the different people that we're seeing, there's always a flash of a skull underneath. Like, you're seeing a lot of skulls.
I'm seeing skulls. I'm also seeing like robots.
And robots. Well, and both are interesting, right? Because if we're looking at the idea of skull, we're looking at this idea of feeling almost dead inside, right?
Yeah, like the chalk
Robot
outline.
is the going through the motions, not feeling the emotions, which takes me back to chalk outlines, like the numbness we feel. These are all things that I think kind of across the board when it comes to especially depression and mental health symptoms in general, we tend to see. So it's interesting that we're flipping between a robot and a skull because it does depict pretty perfectly some of the feelings. Also, the scenes are interesting, like looking at the idea of sitting on a subway or sitting in the back of, I think there was like a taxi or something like that, or walking down the street, because those tend to be the times that we're kind of alone with our thoughts. So he's picking moments that we are alone and in transition, and it's hard not to go inward in those moments.
Yeah, you always get like introspective in those moments. Yes, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
And I wonder if there's any symbolism, and I really hope that you guys come into the comments and help with the understanding of this, because from my knowledge, and especially joining Ren's Patreon and seeing some of the behind the scenes stuff for the new things he's releasing right now, and it's been really cool. So if you're not a part of Ren's Patreon, definitely join. It's worth it, because there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff. It's really cool, and he jumps in the chat from time to time, which is pretty dope. But anyways, what I've noticed from some of the behind the scenes things that I've watched is that it feels like every single piece of everything he does is very thought out. Probably even to the extent of like the color choices he's making here, and every single word, of course, is played out in a certain way. But I wonder what the symbolism is between the constant train tracks. Like when I think of train tracks, just from like a storytelling element, there's a phrase called railroading, which is when essentially the story is laid out for you and you can't really veer off the tracks. Yeah. Right. So I don't know if that's what he's going for. I know that's something that I try to avoid doing whenever I'm doing like storytelling and like creative thinking, is try to make sure that people feel like there is agency and options and choices. And I mean, maybe that's what the railroad and all of the train tracks is sort of symbolizing, but I could be fucking reaching far right there. I don't know. But
yeah.
I'd like to think that I'm onto something. Every once in a while in these videos, I have an insightful input. That might be my one. So I'll leave the rest up to
you have
Hannah.
a good point. Yeah, this idea, where I go to with the train tracks, a couple different places.
I want you to know, if you prove me wrong, you're never coming back on the channel.
This is my last one.
This is your shot to let me have this.
Listen, you are probably right. I'll tell you where my brain went. My brain went to this idea of this endless stretch of the same thing over and over and over again. Not seeing the end. not seeing the
That's
end,
good too.
and how that feels, because oftentimes, especially again when we're just feeling this empty, this idea that we're just going to experience the same thing over and over and over again can get really, really dark really quick. So that's kind of where my brain goes. But I could see either one, because I mean, railroading kind of fits the same thing,
Yeah.
that you can't stray from what is already decided.
Yeah, there's probably people already typing in the comments like, you guys are overthinking this. It's just a train
Maybe
track,
so.
which
Maybe
could be
so.
true too. But
Also, quick note, the callback to Sick Boy.
oh, that was crazy.
Especially with the idea of how, again, endless and dark and deep chronic illness can feel. I love that he wove Sick Boy into this, because again, it's just with this idea of illness and not knowing the end of what that illness is going to look like, and just feeling, stuck in the cycle of pain and illness. Yeah, his weaving that in really quickly, really, really, really like that.
Though you choose your karma, draw for the sword, then drive through the armor.
Yeah, it's like robotic.
Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side.
It's also really catchy.
Suicide, suicide.
Vincent?
Treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. 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 It's hard to take off from the ground when your wings are cut. Your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know the entire ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double dutch. I guess there's some that's born lucky, there's some that's not. I tried to cut away my bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside a trunk, inside a pickup truck, then dumped the whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped. I think about that sometimes, vividly. What it felt like to look down and see tranquility. One sudden movement in a world of possibility. Only one movement to expose our fragility. I fucking miss you, and I miss myself. I miss thinking we were indestructible as well. I miss chilling by the pier cave and kicking back with Callum, Hugo, Sager, Justin, Stevie and the fucking lads. I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. The distance is my plaster cast. The truth is, to the day you jumped, my childhood jumped too. But I still can't find that anger. All I find is missing you, man. I miss you. With all my rhymes, I picture running 5 minutes quicker, I'm right on time. I picture pulling you back over the edge and then we're crying, and holding you, my brother, and telling you that it's fine. Not the way that it worked, cause I was late like a jerk. There's not a day where I could find a way to break from the hurt. Your body missing, so we never got to wave to the hearse. I hope you're listening, I love you, man, I miss you absurd.
Fuck.
Oh.
That's how it ends? That's how it ends, man?
Yeah.
Well, Hannah?
Oh, I have so many thoughts. I'm gonna go back to the beginning of what he said for this last verse.
Do you want me to go back?
No, it's and we can go back and look at it, but the first thing that I found really symbolic and really beautiful was the very quick breathing, and then he takes this deep breath and he starts. So there's a lot of quick breathing that sounds scared, right? And Ren uses a lot of breath work in his music and lyrics. Like, you hear it a lot in some of the different songs, and I think this was a perfect example of just, you can hear fear or pain or high intensity emotion in the very quick shallow breathing, and then he takes a deep breath and this comes out. I think that's a really beautiful way of showing what pain feels like, and then what it's like to let some of that out in this form. So that was kind of my first thought, but I mean, the pain of loss and his ability to weave together all of the things that come with grief. Grief and trauma look the same in the brain. They light up the same way. And to lose somebody in such a traumatic way, in such a painful way, is going to create feelings like that, where you're going to see those weaves together. And he does such a beautiful job of expressing what it's like to feel so much pain, anger, sadness, flipping back into the sadness, the I miss you, all of the different pieces, but also grieving what the future could have looked like. So this was a perfect, really beautiful representation and example of what it's like to grieve somebody that you lose, and specifically that you lose to ending their life.
Yeah, it's probably because it's, I mean, I'm assuming this is a true story. Um, so, I mean, he's probably speaking from the heart.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you listen to that and then you're immediately able to just speak so like decisively and eloquently. Like I don't understand that. I'm still just in shock.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I mean, I think there's a lot of beauty in being able to find our words for our pain. And
Yeah.
Ren does it well. He does it. I lose my words a little bit too, because he does it so well. But yeah, there is beauty in being able to find the words for what we're feeling. And I think that's something that Ren doesn't just do for himself, but he does it for everybody, and that's commendable, but it's incredible. It's an incredible talent.
Yeah, that's that. I want to listen to that last verse again.
Yeah.
'Cause this was just, that was just powerful, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take away the subtitles because he puts it on the screen anyway. Wow, it's almost half the song too, and it goes by in a blink.
Yeah.
Like it goes by in a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
The golden tear coming down his cheek right here too. I mean, I feel like there's so many of us that have, you know, lost somebody to, you know, suicide, you know, and so like these words are just like really gripping.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to take off from the ground when your wings are cut. Your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know the entire ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double Dutch.
What are Fibonacci sequences?
It's I'm Ben, please, people in the comments, more detailed explain this, but it's essentially, there was I think a mathematician named Fibonacci who created a specific ratio that you see repeat itself over and over and over again in nature.
Yeah. No, I know. Okay, that's what I thought, but I didn't want to sound dumb.
The entire ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double Dutch. I guess there's some that's born lucky, there's some that's not. I tried to cut away my bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside a trunk, inside a pickup truck, then dumped the whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped. I think about that sometimes, vividly. What it felt like to look down and see tranquility. One sudden movement in a world of possibility. Only one movement to expose our fragility. I fucking miss you, and I miss myself. I miss thinking we were indestructible as well. I miss chilling by the pier cave and kicking back with Callum, Hugo, Sega, Justin, Stevie and the fucking lads. I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. The distance is my plaster cast. The truth is to the day you jumped, my childhood jumped too. But I still can't find that anger. All I find is missing you, man, I miss you. With all my rhymes, I picture running 5 minutes quicker, I'm right on time. I picture pulling you back over the edge and then we're crying, and holding you, my brother, and telling you that it's fine. Not the way that it worked, cause I was late like a jerk. There's not a day where I could find a way to break from the hurt. Your body missing, so we never got to wave to the hearse. I hope you're listening, I love you, man, I miss you absurd. Fuck.
Yeah, listening to it the second time, it's like I felt a whole different, like the first time I felt like, and maybe you guys like watching this felt the same. Like my first time hearing that verse, it felt like I was feeling his pain. Like I was feeling what he was going through, that feeling of regret of being 5 minutes late. I was feeling all the things he was expressing, and then the second time I was feeling my own pain. And
Yeah.
so it's really cool when music can do that to you.
Yeah.
When music can sort of extrapolate like emotions like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, it's being able to express our own pain in a way that, again, other people are able to connect to in their own personal way, but also to feel his pain. Yeah, I mean, this is a tribute. This is a way to honor and a way to grieve, and to find the words to be able to do that, especially in such a raw form. There can be some catharticism in that. But it's...
We also saw, whenever we typed in like Ren's suicide, the next video down was called For Joe, and I had to look up before because I didn't want to click on the wrong video. I've definitely done that in the past with Ren and got flamed in the comments, so I wanted to make sure it was the right one. And For Joe is like a song up like about this last verse, so now I'm really interested to listen to that.
Yeah,
so maybe we'll do that like tomorrow or Friday.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
While this is still fresh. And I apologize for you guys who've maybe been seeing my channel and be like, hey, when's he doing another Ren video and all of that. I'm sorry, we took a vacation, came back, and trying to get back in the swing of things. So
I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, we're back. We're back.
Mm-hmm.
Man. I just feel my tone just like low right now. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be like energetic.
It's not an energetic song. It's not meant to be. So.
I know. But I'm still an entertainer. The people need me to be upbeat. I've never once been upbeat on this channel. Guys, thank you so much for making it. Once again, we through the magic of therapy, we took a 4-minute song and made it 22 minutes. So thank you for making it this far. If you have, subscribe for more Ren reactions. We're definitely going to do For Joe here in the next couple of days. Hang tight. It'll be out shortly. Thanks for experiencing that with us.
Yeah.
And until next time, we'll see you.
Bye.